What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Lido FX, back at it again with another market forecast. But in this market forecast, guys, I'm not going to just be giving you guys the trades for the upcoming week. I'm also going to go over few of the trades that I've taken last week and that I also called in my free Telegram chat to let you guys know ahead of time, like the setups that I was looking for. So I'm going to break those trades down, and we're going to go ahead and get started, right? So here we have on US30. Of course, you guys already know that I start from the weekly time frame. So on our weekly time frame on US30, we can see here that we've been talking about the same pretty much setup for the last few weeks. We had this buy, now we started to see some bearish pressure, then we ended this with this type of like doji type candle where we had exhaustion on both sides. So that lets me know there's a little bit indecision, so I just got to be a little bit more careful on my smaller time frames to make sure that I actually have a directional bias on those smaller time frames. So on a daily time frame, we can see here that we started to get these like downwards bearish candles, and then we ended the week with this kind of bearish like engulfing. Price did not close beneath this area quite as much as I wanted it to. It closed right at it. So in order for me to say this another more buying pressure, then I will look for price to close beneath this upcoming candle here. So that's what I'm looking for on a daily time frame. But we can still see we had a higher low, and now we could potentially look for a higher high, but we just have to see, right? So on the 4 hour, price is in this overall like downtrending structure. We got lower low, lower high, and then we have almost an equal low here. But we ended the week with this bearish variation, so that lets me know there is potentially some bearish momentum inside of the market right now. So on the 1 hour time frame, it looks a little bit different though. So we broke these structure highs and we had an impulse, correction, continuation. Now this could be potentially another correction to go to the upside if we do not surpass this higher low point. So turn my charts on, we can see that we have this trend line that we're respecting. So this is where price gets a little nitty gritty. So what I'm looking for the upcoming week is I'm going to see if price is going to break this trend line. So I'm looking for a bullish move to overall continue to potentially come up to this yellow exhaustion zone up here. But if we break beneath this trend line and we break this level of support, I could then see the market doing something like this. So break, retest, and then the first area that I'll be looking for is this area of support. So that's why I have this note. We're sitting at this critical area. If price breaks above resistance, then we continue to look for a buy. If we break support, then sell to 33,185 area. So if we did take a sell there, that is about 160 points. So that's definitely a good move for the upcoming week. So definitely, you see I already have my alert set. So I'm seeing the price breaks and retest this level of support. Now it's important that price breaks and retest this level of support. If price just gives you something like this where it breaks under and it closes right back inside, then that's not a break in the retest. So make sure before you take that sell that we actually have a break, a retest with exhaustion at this area. Then we could look to sell it down to this area right here. Now same thing for the buy. Since we are in this overall uptrend structure here, forming higher highs and higher lows, I'm just waiting on a break and a retest of this level of resistance. That'll be a good buy to at least come up to this area here, and then the next area will be that exhaustion zone. So that's what I'm overall looking for the upcoming week on US30. Now you guys can see here that I have a few trades just from last week that I did take. So I called these in my not my free chat. I called this in my SIGNALZ chat. So they definitely ate this week based off of those trades. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up just to show you guys here. So they definitely took some good buys we definitely took some good buys last week. So you can see here, we had this buy, and then we also had this buy here. So that's the two trades that you see here that I have called for them. So they definitely took advantage of that. So this initial buy right here was simply based off of divergence in this descending channel. So we can see here that price is forming a descending channel. We then broke this level of resistance, came back to retest. So I then drew a fib from point A to point B, and then price rejected at this level of support, previous at resistance, and then that gave me confirmation on the smaller time frames that we were going to head into the overall bullish direction. So once I got that rejection candle, I went ahead and entered for a buy, and then I carried it to this next level of resistance based off of this H1 time frame. So if I look at this, this is where I entered a buy, and then I just targeted these highs up here. So once price hit my overall negative 27 TP and negative 61.8, I just began to trail my stop loss and profit. But you guys can see that we just had a whole bunch of like bullish momentum, and we went straight into our targets and hit our targets without any really like any pullbacks. So this was definitely a beautiful trade here that I took advantage of. Now the first one here that I took advantage of as well was based off of this M5 pattern, where I could see we had this W type pattern, so it's a double bottom. So once I had this bullish engulfing here, I then called this buy, and I called this in my signals chat as well, and I targeted these highs, and I also was targeting this negative 27. So the first initial position came up to the high. If you're one of my students, you know that this is my overall first take profit. So I targeted these highs, closed some portions, and then we got stopped out and break even. So I told my signals members like to move your stop loss and profit once we got to this area, because there was a chance that price could pull back. So once price did pull back and hit us at break even, then it was like, okay, now I'm gonna look for another opportunity once price came here and retested this trend line. So I had this trend line stem from this H4 time frame. So 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So the story on that trend line is every time price touches this black trend line, push down, push down, push down. So there's a high probability chance that if we came back to test this area of this trend line, that price could reject at that area. So from there, that's what I was overall looking at. And then I could also see on my smaller time frames, and I was just telling one of my students this, that like this divergence and descending channels are my favorite like setups. So we can see here we have like this descending channel, price broke out of this descending channel. So I took a little aggressive entry once we got this rejection here at this trend line. That let me know like, okay, we had rejection, rejection, rejection. So that let me know like, okay, there's a high probability chance that price could continue in this overall intended direction. So you can see here I had a really tight stop loss. Like my stop loss was only 50 points on US30, which is pretty tight. And we went a little drawdown, but then we ultimately flew and hit our negative 27 TP targets based off of this initial fib from this point A, point B, price retraced to this 50%, and then we hit this negative 27. So now that leads us to where we are right now, still forming higher highs and higher lows based off of this 1 hour time frame. So we just need to see what price can overall do. So there's a couple scenarios that I'm looking for, because also on our H4, we were in this uptrend and we broke this higher low point, and then we had an impulse. This could be one big correction full of consolidation, and price could continue to fall long term, but that's not the right now money. You know, I like to give you guys the right now money. I don't necessarily like to give you guys a week ahead or a few days ahead, because I know you guys are looking to place these trades pretty much as soon as the market opens. So definitely can see this dropping potentially if we get to break beneath this higher low point like we talked about. And then if we break this level of support, then we're more than likely definitely coming down to this area. But like I said, that's a week or two ahead of time. So that's what I have for US30. Now, here what I have for gold. Let's go to the weekly time frame. So on our weekly time frame, you can see we've been getting a lot of bullish exhaustion at this area of resistance, because the story here is every time price came to this level of resistance, it pushed down and pushed down. So that's high probability chance that price could push down from this area. Now on our daily time frame, we can see here that we had high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we just broke this previous higher low point, which means there is potentially a transition in structure as long as we could get a retest at this area. So what I'm looking for is to see like, okay, are we going to get some rejections, or are we going to reject this trend line? So I have a trend line drawn here on a 4 hour time frame. So from these points here, 0.1, 0.2, I need to see is price going to break and come back up to this trend line, or is it going to respect this level of support here? So that's pretty much what I'm looking for on gold for the upcoming week. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame just to get a little bit more details. So let me make sure I mark that level of resistance as well here. All right, so we just need to see like, all right, since we are in this overall downtrend on our 1 hour time frame, we need to see, okay, is price going to break this 1 hour trend line, or is it going to respect it? So right now, since price is in this overall downtrend, pretty much I'm looking for overall sales until we break above. Now I can see this pulling back. So this is the actual ghost pattern. I'll go over this when I finish with this bias, but this is my overall ghost pattern for the week. So I have price pulling back to this green zone, and then I need to see here, is price going to buy at this area, or is price going to continue forming lower lows and lower high points? So that's something that I need to be mindful. But right now for gold, I have this overall pull back down to this area, which is a good 100 pips. So if it starts to give you a transition in structure on the smaller time frames, then you could definitely take advantage of that. Now, so to talk about the trades that I call in my free Telegram, so this one I actually call in my free Telegram chat. So I'll show you guys that as well. So here is what I had for, where is it at? For gold. So I was looking on Wednesday, I was telling you guys to read the notes on the chart. So the note says, only buy if we break and retest the descending channel, look to carry it up to the previous level support that was broken. So this is the ghost pattern that I gave had we gotten a break and a retest. So I was looking for a break, which is this right here, a retest, and then continue push up to this level of support. However, we did not get a break and a retest. So this where it goes hand in hand, and understanding like, let the market come to you and do not try to like rush the process. So since I did not get the break and the retest, I did not take the buy opportunity at that area, because the setup that I was looking for consisted of a break and a retest. So since I didn't get that setup, then I simply just sat out of that trade. So that's where I feel like a lot of people go wrong, is that they just have a bias, and then they just get so glued to that bias that they feel like they have to take the trade. So that's why I say, like, I always react to the market. So the market goes, when I move, you move, just like that. That's like the market telling you like, okay, I'm going into this intended direction, you need to hop on the train. But if it doesn't go in the intended direction that I think is going to go, then I simply sit out. So that was the first one I called in my Telegram. Then the second message that I called in my Telegram, I had told you guys that price hit this negative 61.8 TP, and this is also at a level of 4 hour support. So the fib that we had was based off of this point A to this point B. After we broke this higher low point, price retraced to this 61.8 TP, letting us know that there's a high probability chance that we were going to come down to this 61.8, negative 61.8 TP. So, oops, I didn't even show my screen, sorry. So this was point A, this was point B, 61.8. Then we came down to this negative 61.8 TP. Now, so when I called it out in my free Telegram chat, I said that we need more structure to form before taking this reversal. Once we form more structure and get a transition, then a transition in structure, we can then look for reversals. So the note that I had was price hit overall negative 61.8, level 4 hour level support. We could look for our reversals at this area once we get a transition in structure. So drop down to the smaller time frames. We could see here that we then began to form more data. We formed a level of resistance. Then during London session, we broke above and retested. And then we had another pullback during London session as well, leading up to New York. So once New York came and I saw price at this area, I had an alert here. And then once I began to see a lot of wick exhaustion here on M5 and we started to form this double bottom pattern, I then entered once price was pushing from this candle here. It ended up closing with the doji, but once I started to see it push and close above, well, push above these candles right here, that's when I went and entered for a buy. And then the very next candle literally just shot up and went straight into profit. And then we had our overall TPs getting smashed just based off of that area. So this was simple break and a retest of this level of resistance, followed by a double bottom pattern, which is pretty simple. I'll talk about this in, I believe, my Fibonacci video. So if you haven't watched that video, definitely tap into that, because that was one of my confirmations, just seeing that double bottom pattern, letting me know that we were overall rejecting that area. So this trade stemmed from understanding that we were at this negative 61.8. We also were at this level of 4-hour support. And then we also had a transition in the minor structure. So then we had a point A to point B, 61.8 retracement. So we have high probability chance to go to the negative 61.8. And then you can see here that that's where I overall had this target. And I hit negative 61.8, got out the trade and closed. And then the market pretty much consolidated for the rest of the day. So that was a trade breakdown on the few trades that I took last week. Those trades I took last week actually just got me another funded account. So that was definitely a plus this week. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. So definitely look out for the video coming soon. I hope this video was super helpful for you guys. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. And let me know if you guys enjoy these trade breakdowns in addition to my overall weekly analysis, right? Or do you guys pretty much want them separate? So if you watch this video to the end of the video, you definitely got some gems. So like I said, make sure you smash the like and subscribe button. We also are almost at 10K subscribers. So I told you guys once we get to 10K subscribers that
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy.
Sorry guys. Once we get to 10K subscribers, that I will be giving out my course for free. So you can see here, guys, we are at 9.6 subscribers. 9.6K subscribers, so we are 400 subscribers away from 10K. So let's get that to 10K by the end of the week, and I will give away 10 free courses, right, to 10 different people. If we can finish it by May 28th, today's the 21st, we could get to 10K subscribers in 1 week. So 400 more subscribers in 1 week. I will literally give away my course to 10 different people. If we don't hit it by that week, then I'm only giving it away to one person. So make sure you guys share this video with your friends. And like I said, I hope this video was super helpful. Make sure you guys smash that like and subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video.